I'm a drug abuser, not friends with a loser. When I measure this stick, I need more than just one ruler. Be ready to throw your life away. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. You must be ready to just fucking throw your life away. You have to say goodbye to the past if you want to move on to a better present and future. You have to be able to let go of all the negative traits that you had in the past, and you have to be ready to let go of all the negative events that you have gone through in life. It's time to say goodbye to all that trauma and that stress and all that anxiety and depression that you have had to deal with. You have to be ready to just fuck planet Earth in the mouth and destroy the universe. You have to be ready to move on to a better version of yourself. This version of yourself is a stronger, smarter, more loving, and more confident person than the past versions of you have ever been. You have to make yourself better to make this world better. And you do that by throwing your life away. You got to get rid of it. Just throw it in the trash, throw it in the toilet, and flush it down into the sewers where all the rats are fucking pissing and shitting. You have to just get out your boner and just fucking pull on it like this. Just keep pulling on it. You have to do that so you can go against what life is throwing at us, and you have to do that to cope with all the bullshit that you have had to deal with in your life. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how long you've been alive in this universe, in this dumb dimension, on this retarded planet, in this worthless galaxy. You have to just try to just stomp on your past and throw it away, and you have to throw your past version of you away. You have to just throw everything about you in the past away if it was negative. Most things in the past are negative. Most people, when they think about the past, they think more of negative thoughts than they do of positive ones. They remember more negative memories than positive memories. That's just how it is, unfortunately. When we grow up, we realize our childhoods were worse than they actually were. And when we were kids, we thought our lives were good when really they weren't. And I'm very happy that I was able to have a better childhood than most people, but that does not mean that bad things did not happen to me, and that does not mean that I should not move on from it. Of course I have to move on from it. I have to hold on to the good things that happened to me in the past and the good memories that I have, but I have to remember that I use those to make my present and future better. I can never go back to those times. It just can't happen unless I was able to build a time machine, or, for example, whenever I go to the afterlife, one thing I would try to do is to visit my younger days and just experience those times and those days again. But I have to be ready to just remember that my present and my future are not gonna get better if I just continue to be as dumb and stupid as I was in the past. It's not gonna make my life any better at all if I stay like that. I remember one time I wasn't in a good mood, so I decided, you know what, let me piss in a bottle and then drink it. And I remember I did that and it felt pretty good. Like, you have to just do whatever crazy thing you can to make yourself feel good, no matter what it is, man. I remember I drank my urine and I was like, this doesn't taste too bad. Like, you have to be ready, man. Take drastic measures, man. You have to just fucking, if you need to get your balls licked by 3 girls at the same time, you go do that, man. If you want to shave your head after 2 years of not cutting your hair, you do that. If you want to get a tattoo on your chest that says, I like how it feels when there's balls in my mouth, you do that. You know, you do whatever you have to do, man. If you want to go to if If you want to go to a better world, you have to be ready to throw away the world you're in right now. You can't make this world better. What you have to do is throw this world away and forget about it and move on to a better world. And you have to change this world completely. You can't just say, okay, this world is good now. No. You have to abandon this world and destroy the past versions of the world that you've been in and the present version as well, so that the future version of this world that you are in can be a world that actually can help you be happy and safe and relaxed and calm. Over 90% of people in life do not get to live out their full potential. Over 90%. It's very difficult to live in this world whenever your needs aren't being met, and it feels like no matter how much effort you put in and no matter how much hard work you put in, you don't get the results that you want. That's the most realistic way of looking at it. Optimism is nothing but a joke, and optimism blinds people to reality, and optimism is a sign of weakness in people. You have to remember that. Optimism is a sign of weakness. You have to bend optimism and use it to your will. You have to use it in a way that benefits you instead of being all toxic positive and just thinking everything is good. Oh, I got a flat tire today. Oh, no big deal. Everything's okay. Oh, my house burned down today. Oh, okay, no big deal. Oh, I just got raped today and now I have to go to therapy because I didn't like it when my teacher molested me. You know, that's not a good thing, bro. Like, you can't be toxic. You can't just force this toxic positivity onto yourself. You have to abandon the past and completely destroy it. And you have to just tell this universe, listen to me, you stupid whore. I am better than you and I deserve to be in a better world than this fucking retarded one that you've created. All of us on this planet are struggling no matter who we are. Even the people who reach their full potential, which is very, very, very few people, these people struggle a lot. Everybody struggles a lot in life. Everybody. Whether you were born 2 weeks ago or you were born 80 years ago, you are going to suffer and you're going to deal with obstacles. You're going to have to deal with overcoming challenges no matter how old you are. You're always going to have to remember that the past is more negative than positive, and the few positive that exists, you have to bring with you to the present and future so that your life can be better. But other than the positivity, you have to completely let go of the past and stop looking at life before now as something that was all magical and beautiful. Like, obviously life was better in the past in some ways, but you have to remember that you have to throw away the past, man. You have to just get rid of it. You have to just completely, you just have to wrestle it to the ground and make it submit. You have to just fucking pull out an STA-5X arc cannon from Killzone and just fucking make them explode. You have to tell Dante and Virgil from Devil May Cry to just fucking gangbang the universe's mom and wife and daughter and sister. Like, just both their dicks going in at the same time. Oh yeah. One of them goes in the pussy, the other one goes in the mouth. That's how it goes, bitch. This universe is a failure, and all of us living beings are all successful no matter who we are. Even though everybody is a failure, we are all still successful. Be grateful for the good things in your life and move on to a better world rather than the one that you have been led to believe is actually good when it's complete garbage. There's a cute dog in front of me, and that reminds me that there's hope in this world. Dogs give lots of hope and love. That's very important. They're more understanding than humans are. Dogs know how to live life. They move on from the past and they know nothing but love and respect. People who don't love pets at all are demented and mentally ill. Yes, my titties are so big. They bounce up and down on your mom's face. Imagine how good it would be if I decide to go for a walk one day and I see one of my neighbors, I see through one of my neighbors' windows and I see that the mom and daughter that are living there are just fucking each other's big titties and rubbing each other's pussies and making out with each other. Imagine how good imagine how good it would be to see that, man. That would for sure help me move on from the past much better. I'd be like, damn, why would I want to go back to the past when I would not see what I have seen right now? Like, come on, man. Whenever you see these, magical moments in life that involve things that genuinely lift up your spirits and improve your well-being and boost your morale and enlighten your soul, when you encounter moments like these, you have to cherish them and appreciate them because they don't come too often. I've been doing my best, especially as I've gotten older, to appreciate the little things in life, and it's worked. You have to appreciate the little things, man, no matter what it may seem to you. I appreciate a lot of things in life, even though I know that I deserve a better life and I deserve to be in a better world. That's undeniable. That's a complete factual statement right there. But that does not mean that I cannot appreciate the good that is in this world. The past is not going to help me do that, man. In the past, I wasn't as strong and as confident and as sexy and as handsome and as horny as I am right now. I was not as intelligent. I was not as informed. I was not as educated as I am right now. I am a beautiful human being and everything about me is great. The past versions of me did not think like this. But now I've accepted who I am, and I realized that the past versions of me were all inferior to the version of me that exists right now. We all need to remember that. All of us need to be ready to just throw away who we were and the types of lives we used to live. The life you used to live in the past is dumb and retarded. The person you used to be in the past was dumb and retarded. You are better than that now. It's time to say goodbye to that retardation that you should have let go of a long time ago. You have to remember that now that you're older, you can do more, and you have to remember that now people will care less no matter what you do in life. You want to smoke crack, nobody's going to judge you. You want to get a tattoo of Jack Nicholson's balls above your eyebrow, you can do it and nobody's going to say anything. Oh yeah. You can tell people that the older you get, the more you want to fuck an 85-year-old. And people are going to be like, all right, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You can tell people that you watched a lot of R-rated movies and played a lot of M-rated video games as a kid, and people won't care because they'll be like, well, that was in the past. We can't change any of that. If you were a kid and you were playing violent video games and watching violent movies, there'll be a lot of dumb adults who would tell you that that's wrong and that you should stop doing it, and that, it's a bad influence on you and it's corrupting your mind and all this mumbo jumbo garbage. But if you get older and you tell people that when I was a kid, I used to play violent video games and watch violent movies, they'd be like, oh, I mean, look at you now. Like, you're such a nice person, you're very nice and professional. You don't come across as a fucking serial killer. When you get older, people will not care anymore because they see who you are, and they'll be like, oh, that was in the past. They can't change that. Like, even if you do become retarded from the past, like, say, for example, you've been smoking meth for like 6 years and then it permanently changes you and makes you dumb, and then you decide to quit, like, people are going to know that you're retarded and dumb, but they're going to be like, at least, that was in the past. We can't change anything that happened to you now. So, they're not going to be mad at you. You know what I mean? I'm so glad that the past is gone. I'm so glad that I've been through everything I've been through and I don't need to experience any of that ever again. I don't need to relive any shitty moments from the past. I don't need to think of any stupid moments I've had in the past, whether I was feeling depressed or anxious or embarrassed or guilty or ashamed. No matter what I felt, I don't need to relive any of those moments ever again. They're gone and they need to stay gone. I need to be in a positive mind. I need to have a positive mindset, guys. I need to try to be honest with myself while promoting positivity in a healthy and beautiful way. Let me tell you guys, man, there's nothing better in life than whenever you go to sleep and you realize that all your problems are away, at least temporarily, and you're just somewhat at peace now. The past can become like burdens and just a bunch of baggage that we carry around for the rest of our lives, and it can just keep adding up on top of each other and getting more and more, but we have to let go of it before the load gets too heavy. You have to let go of the past. You have to move on from it. You have to take off the chains that have just bounded you to the past versions of yourself and the past life you used to live. You do not need to remember anybody from your past that hurt you or did something wrong to bother you or offend you. Forget about them, bro. Forget about them. Even though karma is not real and you don't know what they're going through right now, if they deserve to go through hell, that doesn't mean they will. But you need to just let go of what happened to you in the past and just move on and live a better life. You have to use the past as fuel and motivation to just guide you to being someone that you can proudly say that you are now better than who you used to be, even if it was just from yesterday. Like, if you can say you're better than who you were yesterday, like, that's a big accomplishment. Most people can't even say that they've gotten better and become a better person over the last 5 years, but you can say that, like, if you can get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm a better person today than I was yesterday, like, that's huge, man. I've been at that level for a long time now, and when I reached that point, I was like, damn, man, imagine how much more helpful this would have been if I was like this a long ass time ago. Like, I would have just been much more advanced and better than I am right now. Right now, I have so much more to improve on. I have so much more to, I have so many more levels I can evolve to. I still have not grown to be the person I can fully be. And I have to remember that my life in the past is not something that I should hold on to. It's something that I need to kill. I need to murder it. I need to shoot it up. I need to fucking rip his guts out and cut his throat open. That's what I need to do to the past. Even though my mental health has been diminished over time, that does not mean that I would want to go back to when my mental health was better, because back then life was still worse in a lot of ways. And I'd rather be who I am right now rather than go back to being who I was before I dealt with all the obstacles and all these struggles and all this misery that I've gone through. I would not want to go back to a time before then. What I would want to do is just change, the bad things that happened to me so that I would feel much better throughout my later years in life. I want to just completely move on, bro. Like, especially starting after this month, like, even when this month ends, like, I want to just completely forget about it and move on to the next one. Like, I can't wait till next month, guys. But yeah, you guys have to remember that we need to throw away our lives. We need to throw away who we used to be. We need to throw away our memories of the past that are nothing but negative, that are nothing but hurtful, these memories that make you nothing but pessimistic, that ruin your mood, that lower your confidence and your mental health. You have to abolish them and just kill them and get rid of them. You have to just hire an Italian hitman and say, do your thing, man. Like, you have to remember that in this world, your balls are your most important thing. Your testicles need to produce sperm so that you can explode. Fuck, just completely fuck this life, and more so fuck the past, and remember that there's nothing to go back to. Life has always been retarded, and it will always be retarded as long as we're talking about this realm. This planet, in this realm, in this dimension, is always going to be retarded. I doubt it's ever going to not be like that. So yeah, remember, no matter what time period you travel to, your life's going to suck balls, and you're going to want to kill yourself and hang yourself and shoot yourself. So you're fucked either way. So make sure you just say to yourself that this world is garbage, this world is nothing but trash, and my life is nothing but trash, and I need to throw it in the trash where it belongs. When you do that, then your life will start to become better. Then you can continue and just advance and move forward and be able to have a mentality that promotes positivity and love and respect in a way that makes sense. You deserve much better than what you have, and you do not deserve to be stuck clinging on to the past and holding on to things that you think are going to happen, but in reality they're never going to happen, and you just have false hope for no reason. You have to give up on that false hope. You have to lose faith. You have to give up. You have to lose hope. You have to just give up on people that you're trying to help. Like, forget it, bro. Like, the past is garbage, and you deserve better than what happened to you in the past. You deserve to be a better person than who you were in the past. You deserve to be happier and more relaxed and more calm and safe and more confident and more handsome and more beautiful than you were in the past. Let go of how things were. Let go of how you want things to be. And remember that in this life, you are not supposed to be stuck in the past. You have to be like a dog and just live in the present and let go of past things that happened to you. Like, forget it, bro. Like, your life is only going to get worse if you continue to live the way you are right now.